fade away.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to FF episode 2356, 2356 in the show called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, I know it's almost Christmas Day. It's Christmas Eve, and you may be named Kevin or Steve or Steve Kevins or Mike Matthews or some weird name. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. F episode 2356, 2356. Welcome to the show. It's been a busy Wednesday.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Thursday? I don't know what day it is. It's weird doing a holiday at the end of the week when there's so much going on.
Mike's
You know,
Daily
with everything,
Podcast.
getting prepared for the holiday,
Yeah!
and all of that. Hopefully it's a quiet holiday for y'all. Biden is crediting Trump with getting COVID booster shot. President Joe Biden announced on Tuesday a bevy of new protocols to stem the rapid spread of the Omicron variant, and in remarks offered rare praise of Donald Trump. Just the other day, former President Trump announced he had gotten his booster shot. It may be one of the few things he and I agree on. How does that, if you're unvaccinated, you have good reason to be concerned about contacting the COVID-19 Omicron variant, Biden said. Biden says he's feeling great after being in close contact with a COVID positive aide. Well, and it's going to cause apparently more breakthrough COVID cases among vaccinated Americans, but they're unlikely to become severely ill. But he thanked Trump. That's pretty bizarre. It's something that you don't hear often because of all the divisiveness going on in Washington. And to go outside a cafe
Here's
anyway.
today's podcast picture.
Oh, no, wait. We're staying inside a cafe anyway. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're not leaving yet. How about a podcast picture from last night in a beautiful holiday decorated house? Just in time for Christmas. Yet another one. I'm posting a lot of those pictures. You can see it at MikesDailyPodcast.com. You can follow me, by the way, on Twitter. I'm at Mike Talks. I usually post the podcast picture there. The neighborhoods where surging house prices made new millionaires in 2021. Now, this is from England, but yes, Basil, the late great Basil the boxer. We had to put him in so many sweaters this time of year. But thankfully the thermostat got fixed yesterday. Woo! Well, it wasn't the thermostat. It was the furnace. There was a little burner, the thing that kicks off, that sparks the gas. No, not the pilot light. It's the other thing. That thing was all dirty and stuff. So, the very cool heating specialist, if you would like his information, I can give it to you off the air, but he was amazing. And you can contact me at 336MM Daily. 3 + 3 = 6. MM is in Mike Matthews Daily, as in what this podcast tries to be. Sometimes get interrupted by life when a furnace stops working. And he got it to work again. And my furnace is something like 70 years old. Really? 70. Like 1953 was when it got put in the house. It basically was put in the house when the house was built. Wow. Amazing. So he was able to do this little trick and get the thing working again, and it's been working since, so hopefully it'll keep working through the cold days. However, my downstairs area is getting flooded by all the rain lately, and that's annoying and perturbing in many ways. So maybe it is time to sell the house, because apparently house prices have went up a bunch this past year, and house inventory has gone down. So now these houses that are on the market are getting more expensive. Elon Musk, by the way, says he lives in a $50,000 house. It's an Austin mansion. The world's richest man said last year that he was selling physical possessions. He's been living in a billionaire friend's estate and shopping for his own Texas palace. He says his primary home is kind of awesome, a $50,000 house that he rents in South Texas near the Mexican border. He also has been living in a mansion in Austin. So that's interesting. $50,000 house. Because things are cheaper. It's owned by a guy actually named Ken Howery. He's a longtime friend of Musk's and a billionaire in his own right. He was also U.S. ambassador to Sweden under Trump. Wow. Ken Howery. I am reliably informed that IRL, he does not look like a movie villain. Talking about Elon Musk. What? Is that about? His friends like him a lot and are loyal to him. Some of them told me they don't even know about the housing arrangement with Elon. All right, well. Oh, but I guess it is near the SpaceX launch facility. It's an 8,000 square foot mansion in Austin, borrowed from a billionaire friend who is absent on account of his passion for tornado chasing. What? Wow, all that I pulled out of Twitter, but, accept that for what it is worth. So, here's the thing. You email somebody at work. They never get back to you. What's the deal? Are people not checking their email? If it's something really important, I pick up the phone. I notice a lot of people, young people that are starting work in the professional world, they think you just email somebody and stuff gets done. And if it's something that's an emergency situation type thing, no, you got to pick up the phone. Who are you going to call? Call somebody that has a way of fixing it. That doesn't really sound good with the Ghostbusters music behind it, but who are you going to call? The guy that knows how to fix it? As we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. I hope you have a Merry, 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 Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate. Yes, that seems to be, everybody says that. But really, people celebrate a bunch of stuff this time of year. It's the end of the year. Maybe you're just celebrating that it's the end of the year. Whatever you celebrate. Maybe it's Festivus for the rest of us. You can call me, 336MM Daily, and let me know what you celebrate. But the optimum email checking, if you have a job which requires a lot of email communication, but also a lot of other activities, checking your email twice each day is optimal. If you have one of those jobs which require just a little email communication once every day is enough. If you have a job in which the vast majority of your activity is reading and answering emails, checking your email 4 to 5 times every day may be optimal. Most white-collar workers are in the first category, and checking their email twice every day is enough for them based on what their job is. A few workers actually need to check their email 4 to 5 times a day. I check it so much. I probably check it way too much. Despite this, a lot of people tend to check their email constantly throughout the workday. They either open their inbox every 30 to 60 minutes, or they open it every time they get a new email alert on their computer screen. This is very unproductive. This according to peopleskillsdecoded.com. Checking your email this often means that you constantly interrupt various tasks. You focus and refocus many times throughout the day, which is very hard and mentally exhausting. Then you get home and start complaining, man, my work is stressful. The company is working me like a mule. Yes, that's the expression you use. They're working me like a mule. Hee-haw. I just got a spam text, by the way. And I've been getting spam text and spam calls all day. And this, I think, happened a year ago, too, just before Christmas. A lot of spam stuff gets sent out. So, that's very well put, peopleskillsdecoded.com. The phone alternative, if some people expect rapid reactions from you, guess what? That's what phone communication's for. They can call you on the phone when they need a fast answer from you. Make sure that the people you interact with in your professional life understand your email and phone policies, that you only check your email twice every day, and that you use your phone for emergencies, and you will see both some effective work and effective communication happening. Yeah. Oh, somebody commented below, it's also always good when you're starting with this to create an auto reply that says you'll check your email at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if there's anything urgent. Oh, and you leave your phone number if there's anything urgent. Got it. There you go. All right. Thank you, peopleskillsdecoded.com. I'm going to tell you, I just checked my email just now, and you haven't emailed me. What's that about? You can email me, MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. The name of the podcast @gmail.com. Outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, look who's here. Hello, Michael Mash, it's Madame Rudabega, and I love the email. Oh! Do you also love Elon Musk? Yes. Do you also date Elon Musk? Sometimes. Don't answer that. Next person.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, usually Madame Rutabaga says yes, like twice, and then she says no, and that throws everybody off there.
Yeah, it throws them all off. Do you know that? All right, madam. Would you grace us with those? Yes. And one more time? Yes. But then you got to do the quick other thing. No. There we go. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Shelley Shuhart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. My gosh. I hope it's a great Christmas for you. And it's quiet. I guess it's Christmas Eve tomorrow, so I hope it's a great Christmas Eve. We always open presents on Christmas Eve. I don't know if we're going to do that this year. I also always ate bratwurst, mashed potatoes, and sauerkraut. But I'm not going to do that this year. I did that a couple days ago. It's okay. It's not a meal that I go as crazy for anymore. Not that healthy. But, hey, it was a tradition. We're all about starting traditions this time of year, aren't we? We're all about remembering traditions. Oh, you remember last year? And actually, I do have flashbacks. Christmas time, I get flashbacks of Christmases past. There really is a Dickens thing happening where you think of Christmas, the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas future. Well, hopefully you don't have the ghost of Christmas future, because he's like that dead guy. He's death. And you don't want that. The ghost of Christmas presents, that big jolly guy with the big robe and the crown on, and he's all happy. He looks kind of like the Burger King guy. But, okay, Ghost of Christmas Past and Fezziwig and all that and good times. A year ago, I remember working at the radio station I was at, and there was all kinds of technical issues happening. And nobody was around. I had to fix it all myself. It was a lot of fun. This year, thankfully, not so much that happening, so that's good. That's a tradition I didn't want to keep. But hopefully you make wonderful traditions. Try something new this year. Don't check your emails this year. That's a great tradition to start. So, thank you for listening. I appreciate it oh so much. Oh, and I appreciate it too if you tell your friends. And I appreciate it when new mother, she became a mom this year, A-Frame, when she wraps up the show. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.